Ladies and gentlemen, there has been yet another crazy disqualification. Yes, a ban of a Dota 2 professional team. Like always, Crystalis Dota is gonna give you all of the details around this cheating. So a lot of people requested this video and I'm going to specifically explain it. First, I'm gonna show you some of the clips. Second, I'm gonna explain what happened. And third, I'm gonna say what was the result of this disqualification. What actually happened? So I'll let you guys watch it real quick. Right, it seems like there's nothing fishy going on, right? It seems like a legit game where Meepo is playing his heart out. He's getting a few deaths, so it looks pretty legit, right? Like he's not doing anything illegal. Well, you're wrong. This Meepo was found cheating. His name or his in-game name is Atun, and he has been using macros. In fact, he has been using it since the Frankfurt Major, and no one has just caught on. So what is the notion of macros? What is that? What does that even mean? Macros is a form of cheating. It's a form of script. It means that you set up your keyboard in a way that presses 6 buttons at once when you only press 1. I'm gonna explain it a little further. According to Valve rules, scripts are not allowed, especially in their conditions and functionality. There is no use of other process or software that can give an advantage in multiplayer matches. It's strictly prohibited. This includes scripts and or macros. Any sort of device that lets you use multiple buttons at once is adjusting the keypad. So this is clearly a form of cheating. Team Thunder was found cheating. They were caught red-handed. Now the Dota community was the one who caught them first. Everyone was looking at the game and saying, how could he blink, poof, and kill an enemy so fast? It doesn't make sense. How can you do 6 different skills in mere 0.01 seconds? It does not make sense. Meepo's poof channeling ability takes 1.5 seconds. And the reaction time that you need to poof each Meepo is 0.3 to 0.4 seconds for each of the Meepos. This means that you have approximately 0.4 times 3, which equals 1.2 seconds for the 3 Meepos, and 4 Meepos with Agnum Scepter is 1.6 seconds. So basically what that means that you need to dagger and poof on a hero somewhere in the map. No one with human abilities can do all of that unless it's programmed. Even Abed, the 9k, the 10k MMR Meepo player, cannot poof so fast. Abed can actually poof all Meepos in the fastest time possible in Dota history. And somehow this no-name guy comes out of nowhere and is able to surpass Abed's Meepo skills. Does that make sense? Abed's signature hero is Meepo, but this guy comes in, uses some macroing system, and somehow can play better Meepo than Abed. How does that make sense?
They hex him up, they throw one, will they get the Meepo? He does get that E-Blade off, and somehow he gets another kill on 4DR. He's still going in, oh my god!
Holy moly.
So yes, he was caught red-handed. Some people argue that this is not a form of cheating. They say that, hey, it's legal, he's not doing anything that's against the Valve rules. Well, again, I'll explain to you. Valve strictly prohibits any forms of scripts. How is this not cheating? Think about it using your head. If you're playing Meepo, which requires a lot of microing and macroing skills to work at once, and somehow you have a keyboard that presses 4 buttons in a synchronized order. I'll show you a little clip right here. By the way, this is a real clip presented by Atun himself. He exposes his own cheating macro device system. And I'll show you another example of another hero. Tinker, yes. Have you ever been to a game where Tinker's instant killing you? Well, yeah, the games exist. It's when a player is cheating using this macro system. The macro system allows you to blink, sheep, or hex, use your laser beam, all your skills at once. Shiva's guard instantly, you just press one button. That's similar to what Meepo was doing, this Atun guy was doing. So I hope you guys understood this cheating. And lastly, I'm going to tell you what was the consequences. Even Atun, the player, has come out of the shell. He has come out of the closet and he admitted that he was cheating. He really was caught red-handed like a thief stealing food out of a poor man's bag. He was caught. Now I'm gonna tell you what happens. Basically, Thunder Gaming, the team he played for, which by the way was at the International 2018. This happened in the South American, the Peruvian scene open qualifier. It was an opportunity for the team to enter TI8, but they were trying to enter TI through mockery, through trickery, through cheating. Yes, folks. So, when they got caught, Valve immediately disqualified this team. In fact, this is what was stated. It's a little bit confusing, so I'm gonna show you what happened in the brackets. Because of this disqualification, in the semifinals, Pain Gaming was automatically through, and then Taurus Gaming was also automatically through. So basically, this whole team was kicked out of the international entirety. And what do you guys think? The whole Dota community is split in half. Some people say that it's not cheating to this day, while others still argue that, hey, that is extremely unfair. The player's name is Atun, aka Juan Ochoa. He's officially from Peru, so he is Peruvian. And a lot of people are compiling so much memes and Peruvian hate messages because of that. Now, does one player symbolize an entire nation of Dota 2 players? Does one player's form of cheating have a greater impact than what it initially seems? Also, there's a recent post where Atun expresses his emotions after he was caught cheating. He says, "As you may have heard, my team and I, Thunder Predator, got disqualified from TI quali. The macros that you will see in the video come from the major, from Praia, from Frankfurt. We were qualified against DC, Digital Chaos, and came to use the toggle of the armlet in my game against Newbie. And no referee explained to me back then that I cannot use macros. It is for that reason I followed using the macros, and as you can see, I can get to replicate almost the same speed without any of these." So he's saying, even without the macros, I can play just as good. I am star quality. I don't know if that's agreeable or not. Then he continues and says, "I am unhappy, frustrated, because I think that it has reached a moment with a lot of effort, fighting against the DDoS, the criticism towards me, and the others, that this happens just when we are one best of 5 to classify to TI5. It gives me a rage that I can't describe. I have nothing more to say. I say goodbye momentarily, and I hope that Taurus Gaming reaches the spot for the TI8 as a representative for Peru. Hope they obtain it." So, clearly he is representing the Peruvians. Clearly, he thinks there is nothing wrong with his macro system. He thinks that just because he was not caught prior, that it's okay to enter TI, the biggest tournament in Dota history. So what do you guys think about it? Obviously, if he's using macros, he's using inhumane flexible abilities. Inhumane robot-like flexibility is beyond godlike. Literally. And yet he says, "Oh, it's not my fault, guys. I'm gonna even show you what I do." I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. But all I can say for sure is that right now the pub games is horrendous. Everyone is using this sort of macro system to raise their MMR. It's just crazy. You're gonna join a game and you're gonna see 10 times people disconnecting. It's because they're doing some fishy stuff. You know? Honestly, this is what I think. This form of cheating is beyond comprehensible. You should not be allowed to use such macroing devices. It's unfair. You should not be able to click buttons faster than what a human finger should be able to do. It is truly, truly preposterous. It's absurd. The fact that he had the balls, the courage to cheat in the international, that speaks beyond words. Also, another thing I want to mention, to this day, he still plays for Thunder Predator. He still plays as their one position carry player. Yes, they have Juan Ochoa, aka Atun, the cheater. So it makes no sense to me. Perhaps the whole team, the organization was clear. They knew that he was cheating. They took it for granted. Now, the next time you guys see a Meepo or a Tinker spamming buttons like it's automatic, just know that there's a macro keyboard being used. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's a story of a player. He was caught cheating by using a form of macro device. Maybe future Dota 2 players will continue to cheat. Who knows? But if that happens, Crystalis Dota will be there every step of the way. Until next time, this is Crystalis Dota, and I'm out.